Get ready, brother, before he gets here. If you're not ready when the Lord says it's time, you'll never make it to the beautiful city. You'll be left behind. I'm getting ready to cross over Jordan's tide. I'm getting ready to bid this whole world goodbye. I'm saved and that's one thing I know. My bags are all packed and I'm ready to go. I'm getting ready to go. I'm getting ready to cross over Jordan's tide. I'm getting ready to bid this whole world goodbye. I'm saved and that's one thing I know. My bags are all packed and I'm ready to go. I'm getting ready to go. I'm saved and that's one thing I know. My bags are all packed and I'm ready to go. I'm getting ready to go.
Fox News, I'm Lillian Wu. The president does an about-face in the mask debate.
President Trump now appears to be going all in on getting people to wear masks. The president has faced a lot of criticism for not pushing masks more often, but now he says he's all for them. The president tweeting overnight, many people say that it is patriotic to wear a mask when you can't socially distance. There's nobody more patriotic than me, your favorite president.
Fox's Mark Meredith. Presumptive Democratic presidential nominee Joe Biden calling the president distracted with winning re-election, saying it doesn't matter to him how many people die of COVID. With the return of President Trump's coronavirus briefings.
President may respond to all of that a little bit later on today. One set to happen at 5 o'clock.
And Washington slapping trade sanctions on 11 companies it says are implicated in human rights abuses in China's Muslim northwestern region. America's listening.
PositiveRadio.net, KBLY Newcastle, Graham, Eliasville, and KCKB, Moran, Albany.
Well, that's the theme from Major Dad. Did you ever watch any of that?
I think I remember a couple of episodes of that show. It's like he had a whole lot of girls in his family, and they were doing a bunch of funny stuff, but I don't remember seeing a whole lot of it.
Yeah, he married a widow woman with 3 girls.
Okay.
So he took on a lot.
Yes, that would definitely be a lot.
All right, Matt Mulhern was in Major Dad. Not sure who that is, but the person was born in 1960, same age as me, 60 years of age today.
Oh.
So very good. Hey, this is the Wake Up Call. We're still in our new studio.
Yes, we are. We're loving this.
Our good friend, Andrew Jonas. Andy's back in master control.
Yes, sir.
How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. Everything seems to be working a lot better right off the bat than we had yesterday. But yesterday was a test day.
How much of it yesterday was operator error or Tim installation?
Let's see. Tim installation, fine. Operator error... We might need to think about that one. No comment.
All right. Hey, we have birthdays and anniversaries. If you would like to announce this to the world, we can do so by you giving a call to 888-525-1005. And Rick, how are you this morning?
I'm doing great. Had a good day yesterday. Still a little bit behind on my schoolwork. I'm going to be catching up on all that this afternoon, but everything's going pretty good.
Yep. And you're attempting the master's degree,
Yes,
correct?
I'm getting a master's degree in theology.
Yep.
And so I did a whole lot of work. I did a whole lot of work, and they sent it back going, there's a new way of writing. It's called legible, and so they want me to redo it all, and so I'm getting my wife help me tonight to get it all finished up. I typed it all out, but I wrote it like I did in the class when I graduated in 1989. I guess things have changed a little bit over the years, so I got to do some different things.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, I wonder how that's going to affect us, the group of kids that didn't learn cursive.
That's going to be a tough deal.
Yeah.
You know, I've said, if you want to cripple a generation, make everybody start driving stick shift cars and writing cursive, and it'll come to a halt right there.
Yeah. You know, my dad made me take my driver's test when I was 16 in the standard.
That's why my dad, he told me, he said, you got to learn how to run one of these things, because he said, you never know, you might get on the side of the highway in an emergency, you might need to know how to drive one.
All right, we have weather coming up here in just a few seconds from Highsmith Automotive. We're glad everybody's tuned into the wake-up call. We also have one of our great, I'm going to notch her up a bit. She's not an intern. She is a paid part-time employee.
Yes.
Michelle Graham's in the studio with us this morning, and we're glad to have her along. She's going to be learning some of the equipment. Now, she's been doing a lot of stuff behind the scenes, doing a lot of our music, and she's also doing the FCA Minute. She's also doing the community calendar. And she likes broadcasting. I don't know why, but she likes broadcasting a lot. So.
And she's one of Graham's great cheerleaders, too.
Yes, that's exactly right. So we're looking forward to her visiting with us a little bit later this morning. So lots and lots of things going on. A full day. We have Mandy from Lone Star Graphics coming up. We're going to talk about the big 4th Street event. And it's busy today.
Sounds like it's going to be a lot of fun.
Hope everybody's having a great morning. If not, let us know. We'll try to turn it around for you,
That's
okay?
right.
All right, let's take a look at our weather forecast. Weather being brought to us by Highsmith Automotive on Y100 and B104.
Well, this ought to be a pretty good sign, folks, and you might get a little excited. We're going to see increasing clouds today, which is going to knock the sun out a little bit, make it only a high of 94. High of 94 today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's pretty decent. That's like 10 degrees better than what we have been. Heat index has only been up around 97 today. We'll be seeing the east winds up around 10. Now, tonight, we're going to see clear skies and drop down to 74. Tomorrow, oh, man, 92 for a high, 30% chance of rain tomorrow.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, bring it on. Get my yard filled up. So, 30% chance of rain, looking pretty good. High of only 92. We're going to see 73 for a low on Wednesday night. And for your Thursday, mostly sunny, high of only 95. I'll take that kind of temperature this time of year, as long as we're not over 100 degrees. So looking pretty good there. Now, currently outside, we have southeast winds at 4, the humidity at 91%. Whew, the pressure at 29.92. We'll see our sunset tonight at 8:41. Currently, the temperature is around the area. We've got in Eastland 71 degrees, over in Breckenridge 75 degrees, and right here in Graham, Texas, USA, we're looking at 73 degrees.
Weather brought to us by Highsmith Automotive.
Attention vehicle owners, before you trade your transportation, let Highsmith Automotive give your vehicle a new lease on life with a remanufactured product from Jasper Engines or Transmissions. A Jasper remanufactured engine, transmission, or differential will extend your vehicle's life, giving you the extra cash to do the things you really enjoy. And a Jasper offers a 3-year, 100,000-mile nationwide parts and labor warranty. Call Highsmith Automotive in Graham at 940-521-0294.
Hey, let's talk about Country Road Fellowship. What's coming up?
Well, we've got our Wednesday night coming up tomorrow night. We're going to be having a good night. We've got our kiddos going to be having a deal. So if you've got children that you'd like to bring out, we've got a special deal for them on Wednesday night. Also, our youth, we have a great youth deal, and we're has some great folks out there. We'd love to see you. Also, we're in the middle of discipleship training. We'd love to see you come out tomorrow night, 6:30. Everything gets underway. We have dinner afterwards. Everybody brings stuff and sits around and has dinner and fellowships, and it's a really good time. Also on Sunday, 10 a.m. We'd love to see you come. And I tell you, during this turbulent time that we live in, we need God more now than ever. So come out and see us 10 o'clock on Sunday morning, and you can also check us out on the web. We do our streaming of our services every Sunday morning. We'd love to see you at the Country Road Fellowship Church, where it's all about Him.
Hi, I'm Dan Dela Cruz of Dela Cruz and Riddell, Attorneys at Law. We're a general practice law firm serving Young and the surrounding counties. We accept clients in almost all areas of the law and offer a free 30-minute consultation for new cases. We're members of the Graham High School Booster Club and support the Steers and Lady Blues. Drop by our new office at 408 4th Street, Suite B in Graham, 940-549-5555, or visit our website at www.grahamattorney.com.
8 minutes after 7 o'clock. You know, Andrew's in his own little master control studio.
That's right. He is back there in mission control.
You know, he was always tying up one of our guest microphones. So we decided to put him in master control, doing all the switching and everything else. But I've noticed something that we're going to have to put in.
Oh, yeah?
An intercom between the two rooms.
Why don't you just build a window and then you could just...
we got the TVs mounted on that wall there. Yeah, I got to have the monitors. But you know what we could do? We could put in one of those little Bogan intercom systems.
That's right.
Because right now he's texting me. Mm-hmm. And I'm going, we're one room apart. That's right. And I'm getting a text. That's almost as bad as when your grandkids are wanting something to eat and they text you to go get them something.
I know. Just right across the couch from you. I know. It's craziness.
Oh, boy. Hey, what did you have over there on the list?
What, this is something I think will be kind of cool.
Okay.
Get started. It's Today in Texas History.
Texas history.
We do a lot of things today in history, but this will be a special little segment we do today in Texas history. Now, I'm assuming not every day it's going to affect Young County, but for some reason this is pretty good. The very first one that we're going to be doing today in Texas history affects Young County.
Okay.
So pretty good deal.
All right.
So we talk about this for a little bit. On this day, that would be July the 21st, 1851, the notorious outlaw Sam Bass was born in Indiana, up in the state of Indiana. Uh-huh. Now, he had a short and violent life. It ended on July the 21st, on his birthday in 1878. So he only lived to be 27 years old. Huh. And but here's what's wild. Bass arrived in Texas in the fall of 1870. And after trying his hand at a number of occupations, he began robbing stagecoaches and trains in 1877. In the spring of 1878, Bass and his gang robbed 4 trains within 25 miles of Dallas. They didn't get a whole lot of money, but the robbers aroused citizens, and the bandits were the object of a spirited chase across North Texas. Okay. And they were being chased by posses and a special company of Texas Rangers. Now, Bass eluded his pursuers until one of his party turned informer. Now, they were chased down to Round Rock, Texas. On July the 19th, the Bass and his men were engaged in a gun battle, which he was wounded. Now, on the 20th, they found him lying helpless in a pasture north of Round Rock. They brought him back. He died on the 21st, his 27th birthday. He was buried in Round Rock and soon became a subject of cowboy song and story. Now, what is the Young County connection? Well, the part about where he was being chased across North Texas, he was coming in through this area from Dallas, fleeing. Okay. He got out toward Fort Belknap and realized, hey, we've got a lot of money. We got a lot of stuff here. We got to do something about this. So they buried somewhere in Young County, out around Fort Belknap, a strong box that contained $18,000 of silver. And he buried that strong box here in Young County. And as we we up to this point, we don't know if that's ever been found or not. So
you think Jim Hammond's out there digging?
That's what I'm saying. Jim Hammond's going to be out there with an excavator. He's going to be tearing everything all apart, trying to find that. But Sam Bass and his gang, they did come through this area, fleeing from the Dallas area before they headed off down to Round Rock. So there could possibly be, who knows, this strong box out there of silver that is around Fort Bell. Now, they said that in his entire time that him and his gang were out fighting and robbing and all this stuff, that they stole about $60,000, and today's money be about $1.4 million that they stole over the years. And the other thing in Texas history today, I thought I'd bring this up since this is your hometown.
Yeah.
On this day in 1821, the flag of Spain was lowered for the last time in San Antonio.
Okay.
Ending 3 centuries of Spanish involvement in Texas. The successful independence movement by Mexico, led by Augustin Urtubine and Vincent Guerrero, resulted in a treaty that brought Texas under the newly independent nation. The Mexican War for Independence marked the end of an era in which the Franciscan Padres had founded and refounded missions of approximately 40 different sites in the state of Texas.
Yes.
So, as of this day, we were no longer under Spanish rule.
Very good. We'll have to take that flag off at Six Flags.
That's right. Got to take it down. You can't do that because it's going to offend everybody that's not under Texas.
No, not that.
Yeah.
Now they have the flag of stupidity flying over San Antonio right now.
Oh, yeah?
Just look up what the city council's doing down there.
Nice.
For the perfect gift for a bridal shower or a wedding, we at Jordan Pharmacy are here to help you. You can choose a gift right from their selections. Choose the amount you want to spend. It's so easy. There's no scanning, and we will wrap your gift for you and get it delivered.
Come see us at 1332 Highway 16 South, Graham, Texas, or call us at 940-549-1011.
When I can't find the words to say how much it hurts, you are the healing in my heart. When all that I can see are broken memories, you are the light that's in the dark. Circumstance leaves me with empty hands. You're the provider of my needs. When all my dirtiness has left me helpless, you are the rain that washes me. You are the song, you are the song I'm singing. You are the air, you are the air I breathe in. You are the hope, you are the hope I'm needing. You are the song, you are the song I'm singing. You are the air, you are the air I breathe in. You are the hope, you are the hope I'm needing. If I had no voice, if I had no tongue, I would dance for you like the rising sun. And when that day comes and I see your face, I will shout your endless, glorious praise. If I had no voice, if I had no tongue, I would dance for you like the rising sun. And when that day comes and I see your face, I will shout your endless, glorious praise. You are the song, you are the song I'm singing. You are
17 minutes after 7 o'clock on Y100 and B104.1 FM. Well, Michelle Graham, she's our great part-timer. She's in the studio with us. And I understand that you got to go to Colorado on vacation last week. Is this true?
Yes, sir. And I can tell you that the weather was just wonderful.
It was a little bit nicer up there?
Yes, I actually had to wear a jacket outside to stay warm.
I saw your dad last week, and your dad said that you better watch it with Michelle. She's getting tough. She's learned how to throw an axe.
Yes, everybody better watch out because, not to brag or anything, but I was the best hatchet thrower in my group.
Uh-oh. That's a little scary to think about. That we could add this to all her repertoire of talents now.
Yes.
As far as throwing axes.
Okay, so how long has it been since you've been working with me now? It seems like it's been almost. Was it in the fall of last year? When did you start helping out?
I started working out the spring, almost summer of my freshman year.
Okay, so you've been at a full year then.
Yes, sir.
This is crazy. Anyway, you started out just helping out doing paperwork. When we added a bunch of music to the library, you made sure that the songs were, the metadata was correct. And you learned how to do that. And then you started wanting to do some on-air stuff. You started helping with that. And now you took Bryce's place with the FCA Minute.
I did.
That's pretty great. And by the way, Rick, she comes in on Sundays, typically, Sunday afternoon, records the program, loads it into the automation system, and does every bit of it. I don't have to worry about one thing.
Talent.
So,
that's good.
Have you always had a technical knack for things? Because I know that you were in Miss Lowry's engineering class. Are you still doing the same thing? Are you in it still?
Yes, I am. And I've just always been really interested in computers and how everything works. And so just everything is just so fascinating in this studio. And I know that Tim, my boss, he always apologizes because he thinks that everything that I do is boring because it's the same thing over and over again. But I'm just so fascinated by how everything works.
Well, and she's been a big help. I've actually had to call her and say, can you go over and push that button for me and make that happen? And she gets it.
How about writing research papers? Are you good at that on the computer?
Now you are an excellent typist. I will tell you, she makes very, very few mistakes.
Because I've got this research paper I've got for school.
So I do have to talk about the typing thing because, not to brag again, oops, tooting my own horn, but I was the best typer in my whole seventh grade class.
There you go.
Talent, yep.
That's right. Talent alone from God.
Well, very good. Well, you're doing a fantastic job. I hope you're going to be around for many, many years, at least 2.
Yes, at least 2 more.
I might take a 5th year just to help out more.
So you've been here well over a full year then?
Yes, I have.
I cannot get over how fast this has gone. How did you like how the spring ended up with the coronavirus and all the adjustments? Did you miss a lot of stuff from school?
I did, and honestly, the hardest part was just seeing my brother, who was a senior, miss all of the most important milestones.
Yeah, the seniors were truly robbed of their senior year. There's no question about it, but it'll make them stronger down the road. They'll be able to use those old things. Well, when I was a kid, I didn't even have a senior year.
That's right, we didn't have a senior year.
Thanks, Michelle.
No problem.
This is Andrew Jonas from the Hillside Church of Christ with your daily dose of Scripture. This week we're in Acts 17, verses 22 through 31. Today's verses 24 through 25. The God who made the world and all things in it, since he is Lord of heaven and earth, does not dwell in temples made with hands, nor is he served by human hands as though he needed anything, since he himself gives to all people life, breath, and all things. God defies our human understanding. We often think that because we as humans are needy of things, that God is just as needy. But God doesn't need anything from us. He gives us everything and merely expects us to give ourselves back in return. It's a very small price to pay. But it says here that God doesn't dwell in temples made with hands. This is what humans have never been able to figure out. We've always had this connection to our gods are here on earth. They have to do with earthly things. They struggle with the same earthly struggles that we do, and that's just not true. God is transcendent above all of that, and that's the God that we serve, not because he needs it, but because he gives us everything. If you want to find a group of people who understand that God doesn't need anything, but I'm going to give him everything that I am, please come and find us at the Hillside Church of Christ. Sunday mornings at 10, Wednesday evenings at 7. Hillside, a church in Christ alone.
With all the financial headlines, are you wondering if your retirement savings will last? The market's ups and downs can keep you guessing, especially if you're approaching retirement or considering it. Hi, I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Darby Brockway. If you have more questions and answers about what's next, let's work together to help ensure you're prepared for your journey. After all, retirement isn't the end of the trek, it's a new beginning. Stop by my office at 603 Elm Street, Suite 201. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
Okay, coming up on 23 minutes after the 7 o'clock hour, we're glad you tuned into the Wake Up Call. It's Rick, Tim, and of course Andy back in the studio, and Michelle's here this morning helping out as well.
Yeah, he's doing a good job back there switching those cameras back and forth.
Yeah.
I'm so impressed by anybody who can do stuff like that because I'm not a computer guy. I'm not a technological guy. I'm just glad to be here. And so when I see all that stuff going on, and you two, when y'all start talking, I'm just like, all right, well, what language is this that we're discussing here, you know? Because I don't get it.
Well, I've been very blessed. I've had some very good folks. You know, Bryce Bozeman would be the first one that came into the studio back when we first signed on, helped build this studio.
Right.
Now he's off in college and hoping he's going to do really well. JT Kent. Just so many great folks. So it's been great.
Yeah, been a lot of folks through here.
Good people doing this. And of course, your talent is being on the air.
Well, I can talk. I can do that for a fact.
All right, I have statistics. Everybody ready for this?
Yes, we are.
29% of Americans say a lower electric bill is our favorite thing about the fall.
About the fall?
How bad was your electric bill this month?
It's like $220 something.
Yeah, mine shot up just last week, $62 for the week. Now, it should start to drop because my neighbors are back in town. Okay, and so in our townhouse, when the neighbors are on both sides of me, my electric bill's a lot lower.
I can see that, yeah.
Over 90% of U.S. households have ice cream in their home right now. Stacy picked up some lactate-free ice cream that I'd rather have glue.
I don't think that's ice cream.
No, she said, taste this. And I'm like, get it off my tongue. This is awful.
Yeah, we don't have ice cream in our house.
If you want to complain about your husband or maybe your job or even your life in general, you should talk to your pet more often.
Didn't think about that. Yeah, because that way there's no talking back and there's no telling anything either.
So, you know, Brian Ray over at Graham Psychological Associates, Brian's become a very good friend. And we're riding motorcycles a lot together. You've been on the trips with us. And he's trying to find these headsets so we can talk to each other. So I thought, well, that's pretty good. I've got a psychologist here that I could have on the road and, you know, be able to talk things out while we're going 70 miles an hour.
That's not a bad
Tim,
idea.
all you're looking for is free health care.
Absolutely.
Hey, whatever you can do, man.
Trade it all out, right? According to the experts, single women looking for a happy, secure boyfriend should look for a man who has a sister or sisters. Well, that would make you in that category there, Andy.
Yes, I have 3 older sisters, so yeah, that puts me square in there.
So Jill found that to be basically a profitable investment in you then?
Profitable?
All right, 21% of people have taken toilet paper from a restaurant. 21%.
I bet it's way higher than that during this pandemic.
Oh, you may be right.
You know,
but I don't think I've ever taken toilet paper from anywhere.
No, I haven't never done that.
I'm very particular about mine. I like Mega Charmin. And that was so hard to find. I am so glad at the beginning of March that I'd gone and gotten one of those great big cases of it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Nearly. What are you laughing about, Andy?
I got the picture in my head of you trying to grab this. It's massive and it's sitting on your head. And
well, I'm just sitting there thinking, you know, what does somebody do? They're like, okay, they sitting around a big circle at a house or something. Like, okay, here's what we're doing. We're headed over to this restaurant. You get this one. You get this one, and we'll watch the door and all that stuff. I mean, is it like a ring of a crime going on, stealing toilet paper?
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. All right, nearly 6 out of 10 workers have caught their bosses job hunting at work.
These are not. These are lower level bosses. I promise.
Yeah. No, what do they call it when you're a big shot? I was really impressed because at one point in time, I had a headhunter contact me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Headhunter. Now, is that a politically correct term? Can we use that one?
What kind it is?
Well, anyway, the headhunter contacted me when I was down in San Antonio and said, "Would you be interested in something that's come up in Dallas? There's a brand new radio station, and would you be interested in helping it get on the air? It's an all-sports station." And I go, "An all-sports station? I've never heard of that." Well, they'd like you to come up. Guess what?
Cha-ching, it all happened.
Yeah, the rest is history. And 26 years later, they still talk about it.
That's right.
Let's see, before they are 5 years old, more than 75% of children get an ear infection.
Oh, yeah.
Both of our kids had to have the tubes put in.
Yeah, that's a huge deal. I see this all the time at our church. Our kids constantly get ear infections.
The average American is exposed to over 270 commercials every day.
I would think that's pretty good number.
You think?
I was gonna say that seems pretty low to me.
Well, we have a maximum of 20 this hour.
I just wondered if that's electronic or if that's like billboard and electronic or Facebook or all the different places. I mean, because everything you turn on nowadays, you're going to have some kind of message.
The average American is exposed to over 270 commercials every day.
I guess that includes everything.
No, that's what it says.
Yeah.
Okay, 50% of people judge others by the type of cell phone they use.
I can see that.
Yep. Do you?
I mean, I've seen people. You've got an iPhone 1. What are you doing?
Yeah, I've got an 8S.
Yeah, mine's
the 8 Plus.
Mine's a 10.
You've got the 10?
No. I'm sorry. Mine's an 8 Plus 2. My son, he has one better than me. Yeah.
I like this one. In fact, I kind of changed it kicking and screaming, but I was having so much trouble with my 6 that I said, that's enough of that.
Yeah.
And then I run into PJ, Pastor Joe Finfrock, and he's got this little bitty thing you can't even see, and it was a 5 regular or whatever. And I go, man, this is so he's upgraded.
Oh,
in fact, Patty made him upgrade.
A little bit.
It was embarrassing. I've been cracking it and everything. So I tried to give him my old 6S, but because he was on a different service, it wouldn't work. It wasn't going to happen. So anyway, hey, our statistics are called. Oh, the impossible question. I almost forgot about this. Men, 55%, now do this more than women, 43% during the school year. What is it?
I would think make lunches for their kids.
Yes! You nailed it. The impossible question, and Rick gets it right.
There you go.
Very good.
Social distancing doesn't mean you have to suffer in pain. Thrive Physical Therapy is open and ready to help you feel better in a safe environment. If having your therapist wearing a mask frightens you, we have tele-rehab available. Give us a call at 940-521-0800 to determine your best option. We are proud to have served Graham and the surrounding areas for 10 years. Thrive Physical Therapy, helping you do more of what you live for.
It's time now for the morning obituary report brought to us by McMillan Satterwhite Funeral Home. From helping with the service of a loved one, assisting with pre-planning for your own service, or choosing a monument to honor you or your loved one, our experienced and courteous staff will help you with compassion and integrity. At McMillan Satterwhite Funeral Home, we're always available to assist you and your family in your greatest time of need. Visit us at Cliff Drive in the 380 Bypass in Graham, or you can call 940-549-3773. Robert Franklin Morgan, better known as Frank, was born outside of Newcastle. He passed away on July 18th after turning 93 years old last month. Graveside services will be at 10 a.m. on Tuesday, July the 21st at the Pioneer Cemetery. Arrangements under the direction of Morrison Funeral Home. Robert C. Bob Pardue, 73, passed away on Tuesday, July 14th in Graham. Graveside services will be at 10 a.m. on Wednesday, July 22nd. That'll be at the Midland Chapel Cemetery in Young County. Arrangements under the direction of Morrison Funeral Home. There is a visitation Tuesday evening between 5 and 7 p.m. at Morrison Funeral Home. That's a look at the obituaries on PositiveRadio.net.
This is Becky Richardson, owner and operator of Beyond Faith Hospice of Graham. When a life-limiting illness no longer responds to treatment, one option is hospice. Hospice is a special concept of care designed to provide comfort and support to patients and their families during this time. At Beyond Faith Hospice, you'll find a team of qualified caring physicians, counselors, skilled nursing, and more with services including volunteer visits and bereavement care. If you're faced with this decision, call for a free consultation today, 940-521-9915, and we'll answer any questions you might have on hospice care. Beyond Faith Hospice, a step above, believing that love makes the difference.
Here's a website you need to remember, StanleyFordEastland.com. At Stanley Ford in Eastland, we are making it easy for you to choose the car that's perfect for you. Go to StanleyFordEastland.com, where we have over 600 used cars, trucks, and SUVs to choose from, plus our phenomenal selection of new Ford vehicles. Visit our website at StanleyFordEastland.com, or you can come see us at 1308 East Main Street in Eastland, Texas. Stanley Ford, your car dealer for the cross country. We love you, Texas.
Hi, this is Pastor Dwayne Barnett. Graham Church of God invites you and your family to come and worship with us. Service starts Sunday morning at 9:45 for Sunday school. Sunday worship is at 10:30 a.m. Wednesday we meet at 7 o'clock p.m. and we offer something for the whole family. We offer senior adult ministries, ladies ministries, youth and children's ministries as well. Transportation is also available for all services. No matter who you are or where you have been in life, you are always welcome to join us. Please come worship with the Graham Church of God at 1417 Remington Street, where all are welcome. Graham Church of God, a church more concerned about your future than your past.
All right, you ready for some birthdays?
Let's make it happen.
Birthdays and anniversaries being brought to us by Graham Healthcare and Urgent Care.
Graham Healthcare and Urgent Care is a primary and urgent care facility accepting workman's comp, Medicare, Medicaid, and private insurance. They provide x-rays, lab work, DOT and school physicals, drug screening, virtual telemedicine, and even ear piercing. Graham Urgent Care, 1005 State Highway 16 South in Graham, is open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., Saturday, 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., and Sunday from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. Call 940-282-2512. Walk-ins and appointments are always available.
All right, boys and girls, we got a few birthdays today we need to let the world know about. This first one is someone who works hard in this county but really doesn't get a whole lot of credit, and I know you've dealt with her before. Our animal control officer, Kim Shaver.
Hey, Kim is the best.
Yes.
Yes. I would never know how to get rid of a skunk if it wasn't for Kim.
That's right. So Kim having a birthday today. I know she's out in her truck running around, so everybody, if you see her, let her know happy birthday today. Also, a couple of friends of mine, Holly and Heather Harbor, having a birthday today. For all you Burtwinet, they're twins. Also, Sean Latham having a birthday today, and you were the one who brought this one.
Yes.
A while ago. Pam Percival having a birthday today. So very happy birthday to Kim, Holly, Heather, Sean, and Pam.
And we have some famous birthdays. Ernest Hemingway, 1899.
I'm in his house.
Have you really?
Yeah. He's got cats, got 6 toes.
Is that in Florida?
Down there in
Key West?
Key West, yeah.
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 1938, U.S. Attorney General Janet Reno.
Oh, remember her.
Yeah. 1952, Robin Williams.
Excellent comedian.
Brilliant in Good Morning Vietnam. 1957, John Lovitz.
Oh, yeah.
He was kind of the smart aleck scout for A League of Their Own.
He was also on Saturday Night Live. You remember he was the guy that would say, "That's the ticket."
Yeah, that's it. That's right. And let's see. I guess that's it. Somebody from the Harry Potter movies, Jamie Wylett. I don't know who that is.
Does it give a character name?
Nope. It just says 31 years old, so it's probably one of the kids. All right, so there you go. That's your famous birthdays. A rather light list today.
Yes, Robin Williams had some funny stuff over the years. I didn't know it was his birthday today.
Yeah. All right, well, we can talk about some of his other stuff here in a little bit, too, if you'd like. Right now, we've got Rock Bottom Barbecues bringing us off-the-wall news, and I noticed Brendan Locker's watching us on our Facebook page. Hey, we are streaming on Facebook, so if you'd like to take a look at Rick, me, and Andy, because I'll tell you what, you'd have to put the camera on Michelle to get something pretty in the studio. Yeah. But you can go to positiveradio.net. Look us up. We're also on YouTube as well.
Hi, this is Pete with your local Dish authorized retailer. Did you know we also do smart home? When you sign up for Dish right now, you'll get a Google Nest Hello video doorbell on us. Yes, you heard that right. Sign up for Dish and get a Google Nest Hello video doorbell on us. No gimmicks. Just whole home entertainment, connectivity solutions, and friendly service with a smile. Visit the movie store at 1442 4th Street or call 940-800-2445 for details about this exclusive local Dish authorized retailer offer.
Google and Google Nest Hello are trademarks of Google LLC. Some features, including mobile notifications, remote control, video streaming, and video recording, require working internet and Wi-Fi. Restrictions apply. Call for details.
All right, it's 22 minutes before the top of the hour. This is the wake-up call, and 8 o'clock's right around the corner. But first, we have Rock Bottom Barbecue at 3rd Street.
That's right.
Right across from the Graham Independent School District offices. And this is Tuesday, so they're out today.
So it's off today, but start licking your chops for tomorrow and getting ready for some great food. Because I'm telling you what, I've had barbecue over the years. I've lived all over, different places in Texas and all around out toward East Texas. I would put Rock Bottom up against anybody, anytime. So it's amazing good stuff.
All right, and they're bringing us off the wall news. You ready?
Let's make it happen.
Wall news.
Well, Mr. Connor Sandlin from Yorktown, New York, is in a little bit of trouble because he decided that the best place to do target practice for his new pistol that he bought would be the hallway of his house.
Oh, no.
Yes.
No.
And one of the shells that he let go entered into his neighbor's home, where the neighbor's wife happened to be taking a shower at the time. Fortunately, she was not hurt, but Scanlon was charged with first-degree reckless endangerment, a felony, criminal mischief, and prohibited use of a weapon. Scanlon's neighbors called police after hearing the loud bangs and repeated hits to the side of their homes. Police found several bullet holes in the siding of Scanlon's home and adjacent homes. They took the gun away from him, along with some airsoft rifles and related paraphernalia. So, so for anybody out there that thinks that they get a new pistol, a new gun, or something like that, and the best place to do target practice is inside your home, just not a real good idea. I think I would pass that and find someplace else to go.
Yeah, if you're not allowed to shoot off fireworks in the city limits, the gun,
yeah, not a good idea.
No. Hey, when we come back, I do want to talk about that St. Louis couple here in a few seconds.
Yes, we got that to talk about.
Everybody, this is Pat down at the Tattered Pearl. We have the hot summer fashion you're looking for in Graham, Texas. We have our USA tees all summer long, and we're supporting the lake tanks. Come on in and find your best selection. We offer the brightly colored crossbodies, and also let's not forget the masks. We have children's, adult women's, and adult men's masks. We are also offering this summer bridal baskets, so if you know that special someone that's getting married, come on in. We'll put something special together. Only down here at the Tattered Pearl. See you down at the station at 338 4th Street.
Thank you very much, Pat. What a great person.
She is great.
She is awesome. Okay, so, and by the way, when I was testing the cameras on Saturday night for the new studio, I noticed she was watching us.
So excellent.
I had to behave.
That's right.
All right, so we got this couple in St. Louis that brandished their weapons.
Protecting their home.
Yes. So, Andrew, do you see this?
Yes, sir.
What'd you think about it?
Well, I honestly didn't.
obviously see a problem with it because their lives were being threatened, and so they and that their property was also being threatened. Also, their dog, they threatened to kill their dog, so they were protecting. The one thing that I didn't appreciate was that the lady had her finger on the trigger.
That was my point.
Not good gun etiquette.
No.
But otherwise perfectly good use of their Second Amendment right.
Okay, I think where they made the mistake is I don't think they needed to hold the weapons aimed at the crowd.
Right.
I think they could have made the same statement with over the shoulder for the AR-15. I'm guessing that's what that was.
That's what it looked like.
And then, of course, with her, she should have just had it holstered. Mm-hmm. They were far enough away. If they would have charged, they could have easily pulled it out. But to be standing there with the weapon pointing at the crowd, I can see it. Now, what is it? The governor says he's going to pardon them if anything happens?
Somebody in the city, I guess the city attorney, decided they were going to charge them because they were,
I think it's the prosecutor.
City prosecutor. And then the governor came back and said, no, he said, if you do that, we're going to pardon them because they were all they were doing is exercising their Second Amendment rights. And
now the crowd had already tore down the gate to the neighborhood, not their gate, but the gate to the neighborhood.
Right. It was like a gated community.
Yeah.
And what they were supposedly doing is they were supposedly having a peaceful march down to the courthouse.
Right.
But they tore down a gate and were storming into this area, and what they were doing is that they were trying to disrupt, as what they put it, they said, we're going to disrupt your lives like you have disrupted our lives, and da-da-da-da. And some people stood their ground, and they moved on, but then everybody gets in a big uproar. It's kind of like, that old deal in sports. The only person that ever gets in trouble is the guy who reacts to the person that did something. Mm-hmm. If somebody punches you in a ball game and you punch back, who always gets the flag?
Right.
It's the second guy.
Yep.
Well, that's kind of what happened here, but the governors come out and said, no, they were exercising their rights as citizens of the United States. It's under the Constitution, and probably like, what you guys were saying, if she would have not had her finger on the trigger,
right?
Because I'm telling you, boy, if it would have went off, then whoa, baby.
Oh yeah.
Also, with that little, even though it looked to be like maybe a little 22, the way she was holding it.
No. That was not a 22.
Yeah, hers was a 40 caliber.
Was it a 40 cal?
Was it? Because it looked just like a little Walter something or other. But anyway, it looked like it would have hit her in the face as soon as she pulled the trigger.
No, that was a powerful hand.
Yeah, that was a little concealable 40 is what that was, or 9mm.
Yeah, it could have been a 9. But anyway, I did like the fact that it was polished steel. That looked really good too.
Probably look good in her purse.
It's been taken away, so it may be available in an auction here soon.
Someplace.
Now, they should give those back after everything settles down.
I always feel like if you're going to bring yours, you better bring it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll play some music, come back in just a few seconds. We're going to have some Today in History.
Looking forward.
Work in progress is work
Yeah, that's Jeff and Sherry Easter. We are works in progress.
Boy, are we ever.
Some of us need more repairs than others.
I got an under construction sign around my neck constantly.
Oh, what else did you have? You had something you want to go
Hey,
through?
I was gonna bring this up a little bit. We did Today in Texas history. We got some Today in sports history.
Ooh.
And this kind of has some Texas Rangers stuff to it.
Okay. By the way, can I jump in?
Yes.
Got the satellite receiver all programmed, ready to go for Friday night. It is a 6:30 start with the pregame. Eric Nadell, Matt Hicks. And then who's the other clown that helps out every once in a while?
He's not going to be down on the field too much this year because of all the yeah. And you know that Eric and Matt are not even going to be at the stadium.
Are you serious?
They're going to be in a remote area and they're going to be watching it on screen.
Oh, no. And what are they going to do about crowd noise? Are
They're
they
going to pipe it in.
It's going to be fake crowd noise?
It's going to be fake crowd noise, yeah. They're going to pipe it in. I watched one last night between the Phillies and the Yankees. That is the weirdest thing in the world to see a game being played, nobody in the stands.
They didn't have cutouts like they're going to have here?
Not at Yankee Stadium. They didn't do that. No, didn't do that.
Well, it'll be interesting to see. But that actually, that pregame starts at 6:30. The actual game 7:05. You want to listen right here on 104.1 and, of course, 100.5 FM. It's in stereo. It sounds great. And since you can't go to the game, see it in person, you can certainly listen to us.
I'll tell you this. Matt Miner's going to be on the mound, and you can hear the crack of the bat like you've never heard it in your life whenever you hear this. So it'll be pretty cool. Yeah. Well, on this day in sports history, this July the 21st, on night, Andrew, be ready to chime in here, and I'll see get y'all's opinion here. Hank Aaron of the Atlanta Braves became the first player since Babe Ruth in 1934 to reach 700 career home runs. Here's the question: who's the real home run king? Is it Hank Aaron or is it Barry Bonds? Because Barry Bonds, you know, he's always been tied to the steroid thing. Yeah. Even though he has the most home runs, but who do people really think is the home run?
I think Hank Aaron. Everybody remembers Hank Aaron. What do you think, Andrew?
Oh, absolutely Hank Aaron. If you're going to be cheating, you don't get the praise.
You know, one of the things that I thought was so funny that Babe Ruth asked him what he did to hit so many home runs. He said, "I did it the old-fashioned way on beer and hot dogs."
Yep,
that's right. On this day in 1975, Billy Martin was fired as the Texas Rangers manager. The Rangers have had 27 managers since 1972. Ooh. Billy Martin was the 8th manager. He had won 137 games and lost 141.
Now, Washington got us all the way to the World Series, right?
Yes, he's the only one. Johnny Oates is the first one to get the Rangers in the playoffs.
Right.
And then Washington got them to the World Series. Billy Martin is always going to be famous. You know, he was the guy that got fired 50 times from the New York Yankees. Yeah. But you remember that disco night they had at Comiskey Park? That was the night they brought all their disco records and were going to burn them. Yeah. Well, everybody stormed the field, and they were throwing the records on the field, and all chaos broke out. Well, Billy Martin, that night they were playing the Rangers, the White Sox, where he said, "Boys, grab a bat. We're going to fight our way out of here." And so pretty cool deal. Yeah. And we got two more. 1976, you'll remember this one, Tim. Gymnast Nadia Comaneci of Romania added two more unprecedented perfect 10 scores and won the gold medal in the women's all-around competition at the Summer Olympics in Montreal. Up until that point, nobody had ever done that before. So she was the only one that's ever done that.
I just know that Gilda Radner did a perfect impersonation of her.
I know. And then the last but not least, I love this one. I would have hated to buy a ticket for it. Mike Tyson was taking on Carl Williams, knocked him out in the first round a minute and 33 seconds into the fight.
Yeah.
The ticket cost $500 to get into this game to watch a minute and 33 seconds. I'm sitting there thinking, if you went to the bathroom or went to the concession stand, you missed the whole thing.
Unbelievable.
A minute, 33 seconds. I was on a flight one time with Mike Tyson coming back from Vegas. That is a short little dude, but I tell you what, he's like a bowling ball, man. He is muscled up.
Bite his ear sometimes? See how that works?
I know.
Was he the biter or the bitey?
He was the biter. That's the reason why Evander Holyfield can't wear a face mask.
Yeah, Evander Holyfield was the one who was Chewed on.
I know. Holyfield has to tape his up.
What are you thinking when you're doing something like that? Or maybe you're not thinking.
You're not thinking is a problem.
1873 in regular history.
Regular
on this
history.
date, Jesse James pulls off the world's first train robbery.
Oh, wow.
1925, the so-called monkey trial ends in Dayton, Tennessee, with John T. Scopes found guilty of violating state law for teaching Darwin's theory of evolution.
Theory.
Yeah, the conviction, I should say, was overturned.
Yes. Theory, yes.
1944, the U.S. forces land in Guam during World War II.
Yes, that was a
We
tough
never
one.
gave it back.
It was a tough one.
It's snake infested now.
Yeah.
1954, France agrees to give independence to North and South Vietnam. In other words, this is France's way of quitting after they get other people into the battle.
You know, it's funny how every time something weird or crazy goes down, how's France always involved?
They're troublemakers.
You know,
they're like the Woody Woodpeckers of the world.
Yeah, it's even Robin Williams. We was talking about him a while ago. Robin Williams had a great deal. He's talking about how he went to France one time, and they were all sitting around talking about, oh, we hate Americans. We can't stand Americans. Who's coming? Germany? Hey, we love you, America.
All right, 1961, Captain Virgil Gus Grissom becomes the second American to rocket into suborbital patterns over Earth. I think he was a little bit longer than Al Shepard, the first one. Al Shepard was like 15 minutes. I think Gus was a little bit longer. And the problem with his spaceship, it sunk to the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah, he was a little freaked out about that after that.
Well, he got blamed for blowing the hatch before they had it hooked up to the helicopter.
Yeah.
And that wasn't the case. The sea was moving, and it apparently set it off. It blew the gasket or whatever happened. Anyway, to make a long story short, they did recover the spacecraft a little bit later. I think they did that maybe 10 years ago.
Wow.
Something like that. They found it. 1969, Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin blast off from the moon. They were there 51 years ago today and took off after being on the surface for about 21 hours.
Pretty cool.
1980, the draft registration begins in the United States for 19 and 20-year-old men. I was 20 years old. I got to sign up.
I was 18, but my dad took me down and said, we're signing up.
Yep. I'm surprised your dad didn't take you up to Wichita and get you to go
I'm
ahead and sign up.
surprised he didn't have me signed up for the Army before I graduated high school.
It's something about those trips that Dad will take you where you never know what the end result's going to be.
I know. Exactly.
1984, Reverend Sun Young Moon.
Oh.
Yeah, he goes to prison for tax evasion.
Imagine
now,
that.
he was the one that matched up all those people. Do you remember that?
Something people in a mask.
Was that how many there were?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How does he go to jail and Al Sharpton doesn't?
I don't know. It's just no justice in this world. 1988, Massachusetts Governor Michael Dukakis accepts the Democratic presidential nomination in Atlanta, Georgia, and soon after he ruins it by driving a tank.
Yeah, he kind of blew it a little bit.
Robert Young, remember Father Knows Best?
yeah.
Marcus Welby, he died on this date in 1998 at the age of 91. And in 1999, Navy divers find the bodies of John F. Kennedy Jr., his wife Carolyn, and sister-in-law Lauren Bissett. It was in the wreckage of Kennedy's plane in the Atlantic Ocean off of Martha's Vineyard.
I remember that day I was buying a car, and I was at the car dealership, and everybody stopped what they were doing to watch that. And I was like, can we get this going? I'm going to be here forever and ever. I didn't realize what was going on. Then when I found out, I was like, okay, I'll just be quiet and sit over here in the corner.
You know what they call this to this day? Don't get yourself into the JFK death roll when they're training pilots.
Wow.
Basically, you get it away from you because you're not paying attention to your instruments. Yep.
Goodness.
He should have never been flying in those conditions, but that's a whole nother story.
Oh, yeah.
Do you play PositiveRadio.net in your business? If you do, it could be worth some real cash. Right now, you can be a part of the At Work Network. You could win $100 if we come in and hear PositiveRadio.net playing in your workplace. So dial it in right now. Your customers will like it, and we could, on the spot, give you $100 if you're part of the At Work Network. Only from PositiveRadio.net.
with you, and my soul sings out as your word throws down far away. I sing to you, and my heart cries holy, hallelujah, Father, you're near. My hope is in you, Lord, all the day long. I won't be shaken by drought or storm. A peace that passes understanding is my song, and I sing. My hope is in you, Lord. I wait for you, and my soul finds rest. In my selfishness, you show me grace. I worship you, and my heart cries glory, hallelujah, Father, you're here. My hope is in you, Lord, all the day long. I won't be shaken by drought or storm. A peace that passes understanding is my song, and I sing. My hope is in you, Lord. I'll wait on you. You are my refuge. I'll wait on you. You are my refuge. My hope is in you, Lord, all the day long. I won't be shaken by drought or storm. My hope is in you, Lord, all the day long. I won't be shaken by drought or storm. The peace that passes understanding is my song, and I sing. My hope is in you, Lord. My hope is in you, Lord. My hope is in you,
Fox News, I'm Lillian Wu. On Capitol Hill, a 2-week window to find common ground on more pandemic stimulus funding. This as cities kick up the fight to contain the outbreak.
Los Angeles Mayor Eric Garcetti is conceding that they reopened the city too quickly. And now he's warning another stay-at-home order could be on the way, shutting down L.A. once again.
I think we're on the brink of that.
The mayor urging residents in Los Angeles County to remain vigilant where there are over 2,230 COVID-19 patients hospitalized, the most since the pandemic started.
Fox's Brian Yennis. And 4 years after the Brexit referendum, a report out from a British Parliament committee weighs in on allegations of Russian meddling, saying it'd be difficult, if not impossible, to prove, also criticizing the British government for neglecting to investigate. America's listening to Fox News.
PositiveRadio.net, KBLY Newcastle, Graham, Possum Kingdom Lake, and KCKB Moran, Breckenridge.
I noticed that our buddy Andrew put me on camera before I was ready.
I just saw the hand go down, and I hadn't put my headphones on yet. But.
Well, we have a couple of guests in the studio, so I was turning on their microphones, and I noticed when I looked up, the shot had my bald head, what's balding there in the middle and the back. Anyway, good shot there, Andrew.
Thank you.
It was good. So we played the Andy Griffith Show. Don Knotts' birthday was on this date, July the 21st. He was born in 1924, passed away in 2006.
He pretty much made that show.
Yeah, to say the least. He really did. He fantastic actor. He's one of those character actors that could be plugged in just about any cast.
Well, just about anything he did. Even when he was on Three's Company, Apple Dumpling Gang. I mean, that movie that he was in with Andy Griffith when they were in the Army.
No Time for Sergeants.
No Time for Sergeants. That was an incredible, for his time. I mean, it was pretty good. I think a lot of that Don Knotts ended up getting that deal on Andy Griffith's Show because of that movie.
Okay, we have a couple of great guests in the studio. We have William Highsmith, his daughter Allison. Hi, Hallie. How you doing?
Good.
Now, last time we left, your horse was healing up. I'm sorry.
Same difference. It's really big.
Something was healing up out at the farm.
One just eats more.
It's a regular zoo out there. How's your horse doing?
It's doing really good.
Good. And how's your summer been going? I know that y'all went to the lake a couple of weeks ago. You had a good time?
Yes.
Good deal. Well, very good. You know you're on TV now, too. Yeah. Pretty cool.
She was warned about that before
she was given a heads up.
Yeah. Ashley's out there watching us behind the scenes.
No picking your nose, none of that stuff. Rick and I, we have to really behave.
I know. All these things, all these years I've been sitting there doing, I'm like, can't do that no more. You know?
Can't come in your boxers anymore.
I know, I can't do it.
William Highsmith from Highsmith Automotive. What's the tip this week? What's going on with cars?
Well, we've talked about keeping your AC cool and keeping you nice and cool. We've talked about keeping your engine cool, making sure that coolant system's good. We've talked about tires, and so just service of your vehicle. So I wanted to talk about alignments.
Okay.
And making sure, you've invested a lot of money into your vehicle. You've got a lot of money in tires, you've got a lot of money in just your vehicle in general, so making sure your tires are going to wear evenly, make sure it's going to go down the road straight. I have a habit sometimes of letting go of the steering wheel because I'm doing a million different things or I'm looking off. I want to make sure my truck drives straight down the road.
Right.
So we're doing we've got a brand new Hunter alignment machine at the shop there that we got in there just
Can I ask a question about the alignment?
Yeah.
Is it more on, let's just say with the roads, with the grade of the road.
Crown.
Okay. Now, I like to be in the fast lane, but I've noticed that a lot of cars are aligned for the slow lane. Is that true or false?
They are. You do align vehicles for the road crown because if you align them perfectly straight, all vehicles will turn to the right.
Right.
And so they have a slight, you align them a little bit to where they do kind of have a slight pull to the left.
No idea.
Because of the road crown. You have to compensate for that.
Okay. I wonder.
Or else everybody come back, mine's straight, mine's not driving straight, it's pulling to the right.
No, it's barely there, but when I'm in the fast lane, I can see that it's pulling just a little bit to the left.
Yep.
And that's because you're adjusting already for the normal side of the road where everybody should be driving.
Yeah, it's just for passing.
Yeah. Is that what it is?
I guess one way to tell if your car is out of a line, like you talk about pulling, but if you start seeing wear on the outside of the inside of your tires.
Yes, outside or inside of your tires, if you start seeing a little wear on those, that's a key sign that your alignment is out. If you just feel something funny when you start turning the wheel, like a hop or anything like that, that's a good time to have that stuff checked out. We actually do a free alignment check.
Okay.
We'll put your vehicle on the alignment machine. We'll do what we call a camber caster sweep. We'll check everything out, and we'll get a printout, and we'll take a look and see if there's anything actually out on your vehicle. Bring it to you, and then if you want to do alignment, that's the only time we charge for it at that point in time. So check it out, and we also check your suspension, make sure there's nothing wore out, anything that's causing it to, besides your alignment being out, if there's any ball joints or tie rods or any of those different kind of components. Even shocks will mess with the alignment as well.
I didn't know that.
Yep.
Now that Hunter alignment equipment, that's that laser thing that's so fancy
Yes.
and does everything.
It's
pretty
got
much.
lights that blink. It looks like a little disco.
Yeah, the mirror ball.
Yes, down there. It's pretty neat little setup. It does a phenomenal job and the technology of it. I know when I first got into this field, we actually had strings.
Oh yeah,
we had strings that tied to all the wheels, and that's.
Are you serious?
That's how we did it. Yes.
Huh.
20 plus years ago. Plus, I guess now, we had strings that we tied to each one of the wheels, and that's how we could align it. But now with the whole laser systems, it's pretty amazing what the technology has changed on that stuff.
All right, Highsmith Automotive, 380 bypass, 1210 380 bypass to be exact. What's your phone number?
Give us a call at 940-521-0294.
How's Jimmy doing?
He is doing great.
Good.
We love Jimmy.
Yeah.
Allie likes to give Jimmy a hard time.
Yeah. And what's the name of the dogs that are hanging around there? There's a couple of them.
Oh,
that
yes.
I've seen.
We
Who are they?
always have the dogs up there. Name the dogs, Allison.
Bruno Mars and Dixie.
Well, they're a lot of fun.
Bruno Mars.
Yeah. I like them. You know, when you get your work done so quickly that you really can wait in the lobby in a lot of cases. And I was able to hang out with one of them. One of them just jumped up in my lap.
Oh,
and
yes.
said, hey.
Yeah, they'll. If you don't like dogs, just let us know when you walk in the door. But we haven't really ran across that yet. But they'll sit up there on the couch with
West
you.
Texas.
They'll
Come
sit on
on.
the couch with you and hang out. And just don't bring your food lunch in there. They'll want to share it with you.
Don't try that with a cat.
We have a shop cat.
Do you really?
Yes.
Her name is Shadow.
Shadow is?
We had one that got stuck in somebody's vehicle and drove into town with us one day. And the guy was allergic to cats, and he's like, "That's not one of mine." It was a little baby kitten, and just so happens this one and Ashley were there that day. And
does it stay there at the shop then?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
it hangs
that's
out.
great.
It's actually really Dave's cat. It follows Dave around in the shop. And
Dave needs a cat.
Yes, it jumps up there and it looks at Dave. What you doing, Dave? It's our shop foreman.
Very good. Highsmith Automotive, and they're bringing us our weather forecast right now. And how's those Jasper engine transmissions and rear ends doing? Those are holding up pretty well,
They
aren't
are
they?
holding up really well. Gosh, I've
had two of them.
Rick's had two of them that he's put
he's
several
had
100,000 miles on them
a
things.
dozen lawnmowers, engines.
But yeah, we can't compare lawnmowers to engines here with Rick.
Speaking of which, did you see where Briggs and Stratton had to file for bankruptcy?
Yeah,
it's sad.
It is very
We'll
sad.
talk about that later. Hey, let's do our weather from Highsmith Automotive.
This will be from the automotive perspective. I'm going to give you some good news, okay?
All right.
Since your shop outside where you guys work is not real air conditioned out there, we're only seeing 94 for a high today.
All right.
Yeah, 94 for a high. Southeast winds up around 10. Now tonight we're going to drop down to clear skies and 74 degrees. Tomorrow, that's right, hit your knees and thank God for it. 30% chance of rain tomorrow. with
We'll
a high-
take it.
That's right, with a high of 92 tomorrow. Southeast winds up around 5 miles an hour. We're going to see 73 for on Wednesday night. And for your Thursday, looking at sunny at 95. So we're not hitting 100 all week long this week. I can handle that. Currently outside, we have got clear skies. We got winds from the southeast. Our sunset tonight at 8:41. Currently in the area, we got 72 in Eastland, 76 in Breckenridge, and 75 here in Graham, Texas, USA.
Maintaining your vehicle is a smart investment. And did you ever stop to think about what you could do with the money you save by not trading your vehicle in every few years? There are family vacations, college for the kids, and of course, retirement. So even if your engine or transmission fails, there is the money-saving option of keeping your car, truck, van, or SUV running like new. Ask us about the remanufactured products from Jasper Engines and Transmissions. They're backed by a 3-year, 100,000-mile parts and labor nationwide warranty. It's a smart investment. Call Highsmith Automotive today at 940-521-0294.
Things sure have changed a lot over the years in the banking business, and Sierra Bank of Graham has kept up with all the latest banking technologies. Online banking at its best. You can also manage your accounts from your computer or mobile device and alerts in case your identity or account has been compromised. You get instant account information at the touch of your fingers. But if you want to talk to somebody, well, they do that too. Visit the lobby at 623 Elm or call at 549-2040. Sierra Bank, the bank of today and the future. Member FDIC.
This is Coach Paul Johnston, pastor at Friendship Baptist Church, Albany, Texas. If you're looking for a friendly, laid-back atmosphere to worship Jesus Christ, we invite you to come and attend our services. At the present time, we're doing it at 10:55 every Sunday morning. We are not doing Sunday school right now, and we're still going to live stream it on Facebook. God bless. Know that Jesus loves you.
Hi, this is David Barton. Be sure to listen to Wall Builders Live on Y100.5 FM because your family matters.
Y100. We will all be happy when we stand in heaven's throne yonder. Hallelujah, glory, we stand at home in the morning. Christ has promised us a mansion if we will obey. Trust in that city eternity. Hallelujah, amen. I am set free from sin. Lord, I feel so happy, I feel so proud. I am brought by the glory cloud. We will sing a song of rapture and shall never roam yonder. Hallelujah, glory, we stand at home in the morning. We will walk the golden streets and never go astray. Wander in that city's eternity. Hallelujah, amen. I am set free from sin. Lord, I feel so happy, I feel so proud. I am brought by the glory cloud. Hallelujah, amen. I am set free from sin. Lord, I feel so happy, I feel so proud. I am brought by the glory cloud. We will sing a song of rapture and shall never roam yonder. Hallelujah, glory, we stand at home in the morning. We will walk the golden streets and never go astray. Wander in that city's eternity. Hallelujah, amen. I am set free from sin. Lord, I feel so happy, I feel so proud. I am brought by the glory cloud. Hallelujah, amen. I am set free from sin. Lord, I feel so happy, I feel so proud. I am brought by the glory cloud. Hallelujah, amen. I am set free from sin. Lord, I feel so happy, I feel so proud. I am brought by the
That's what you call jamming out gospel style.
That's gospel jam, man.
15 minutes after 8 o'clock on Y100 and B104.1 FM. Andy, what's going on in your world?
Oh, not much. I just had a very interesting story here. There is an engineer and YouTuber known for his channel Stuff Made Here, and he has these different quarantine projects that he does because he's an engineer. His name is Shane Whiten, for those of you who didn't know, and he built a robotic barber that can cut his own hair. And I've always thought that it's an interesting idea, but the problem is, how in the world do you get it done? And he said the reason he did this was I would rather not have someone cut my hair who's also touching 100 other people's heads all day long, so I built this robot. This was back in July 14th. Also, the robot uses only scissors. So you're sitting there going, okay, how in the world are you going to make this work? Well, he made it work by the way it separates the hair is it takes a vacuum hose and sucks up the hair, and then it knows where to laser and cut the hair. So I don't think it'll do very many different
I've seen one of those on like QVC.
Flowbees or something.
Flowbees or something like that. This sounds like a little bit of a ripoff.
Oh, well, okay.
I don't want nothing like a robot with scissors coming at me with anything.
Yeah, isn't that the truth?
What if that AI stuff takes over and like stabs you in the ear or something? You know?
Anyway, so that's what he did was he built this robo barber, and he's also made other things like a never miss basketball hoop. So he's got a lot of time on his hands.
This sounds like soccer for kids.
He needs to give this to the Mavericks.
Yeah, think that would help
It
him?
might help.
No, it still wouldn't.
I'm sorry. The problem with the Mavericks, they're pretty good until they get to the Spurs. And they just can't get past
Spurs
them.
are not even in the playoffs this year.
The Spurs were really stinking it up. The best thing that ever happened to the Spurs was the coronavirus.
Yeah, they're not even in it this year. They're getting to stay home.
That's because Popovich has turned into a total idiot, but that's a whole nother story.
Man, a lot of work happened to that guy,
What do you got over there?
Hey, I was going to, kind of go along with Andrew's talking about talking about this dude in his quarantine coming up with all this stuff. One thing that's hurt us, I guess, this year, being in quarantine and stuff like that, is vacations.
Yes.
A lot of people have not gotten to take the vacations that they've wanted to take to go to places they want to go.
Right.
And it got me to thinking about talking about this. What is your favorite place? Where is your favorite place to vacation?
My recliner.
In your recliner. So your favorite place to Andrew, where's your favorite place to vacation?
I love to travel. Jill and I both love to travel, but particularly to travel to be near family. So wherever we've got family, so that's probably Nashville or DC.
Okay, you got Michelle sitting over there beside you. I know she just got back from Colorado. So Michelle, can you tell Andrew where your favorite place is to vacation?
Hey, come around here. Come around to the mic over here.
Beach, but yeah, she needs to go to the mic.
Come over here to the mic because I've got a question for her.
Favorite place to vacation?
Yeah. So, Michelle, I have to ask you this because last year, right about this time, you and your family were in China. How did you like that experience?
Well, China is very different from the United States, I can tell you that.
Okay.
But it was so fun, and
Did you really? 'Cause I didn't pick up on that. When you came back, you said it was really different. So I just thought automatically that you didn't really care for it, but you liked it okay?
I did. All of the architecture was just beautiful, and I'm a big fan of architecture, especially because I've been Mrs. Lauer's engineering class, and we cover a lot of architecture. And the architecture was really cool. And just the history was really, really interesting. It was very different. The only thing was that it was hot and humid.
How was the pollution? Was it bad or?
We were in Shanghai, which the pollution is not as bad there as in Hong Kong. But you could see they had so many cars on the road. And interesting enough, they had certain license plates. It was illegal for them to drive at certain times.
Okay.
So that's what they did to help stop.
Oh, that's how they did it. Oh, that would go over real well here in the U.S.
That wouldn't happen too much around here.
But going back to the original question, what was your favorite place to vacation?
I love the beach.
Okay.
My favorite place I've ever been is Turks and Caicos.
Oh, okay.
Well, my top one is Mexico. I love going to Mexico.
You go down there on the cruises and you get off the ship and do that.
Mexico is just beautiful. And also Honduras. We were in Honduras last year, and Honduras is gorgeous. Too many monkeys, though, but there's a lot of that going on. They'll be throwing coconuts and stuff at you, but Honduras is pretty cool. But
Honduras is only beautiful in Roatan.
Well, I know you've been there working and stuff, but the question was that people have been asking is, where's the best place to vacation during the COVID virus?
Okay.
Where's the best place to go? And it says that people are hitting the road. The old family road trip and camping out are the most popular things to do this year for vacations. And like Michelle was talking about the beaches. Beaches and mountains are the two top places that everybody are headed this year. That they're getting in the car, they're headed out to the beach, headed out to the mountains. Now, if you're going to the mountains, I know around here everybody heads out to Ruidoso.
Right.
Goes out to New Mexico.
Yep.
If you're going to go to New Mexico, it's the closest place for mountains around here. You will be asked to wear a mask. If you don't, it's a state mandate. If you don't, it's a $100 fine. You'll be asked to quarantine for 14 days. So if you go to New Mexico, have a month, because you're going to have to quarantine for 14 days before you can get out and do anything.
Boy.
So you got to have a month to go do something. But this year, it's the Great American Road Trip is what the big vacations are.
That brings back some painful memories for you and I.
Does it ever?
No, because we went in unair-conditioned cars, and they were for miles and miles. You had the family up in Phoenix, right?
Yes, we had a family in Arizona, and we took that old 1967 Ford station wagon with no air conditioning across the desert in New Mexico, with me and my brother sitting in the back flip-up chair looking at everybody behind us in 9,000-degree heat. Yes, that was a beautiful thing.
With the baggages and the luggage all wrapped around you.
Oh, yeah.
Now, did your dad ever strap anything on the top of it?
Oh, yes, he did.
Okay.
That was one of the big things, because he had that luggage rack. He was going to use it.
Albuquerque, New Mexico, in a Dodge Dart Swinger. That was fun.
Woohoo.
Let me tell you, there were smells coming out of that car like, what?
During these challenging times, you can stream more and worry less with unlimited data on all speeds up to 1 gig from Brazos Communications. No contract, no data caps, and no throttling. Call Brazos today at 800-687-3222 and experience the best internet ever. Brazos Internet not available in all areas. Find us online at brazosnet.com or follow us on Facebook at Brazos Communications.
Not many businesses can offer digging to dancing, but Mike's Westside Rental can. If you have a party or a wedding, Mike's Westside Rental has everything you need to make it the best event at a great price. Also, when it comes to making sure you have the right equipment to get any job done, Mike's Westside Rental has it all. No job too big or too small, and no matter what the weekend project is, Mike's Westside has the tool you need to get it done right. So visit any of the 3 locations in Graham, Weatherford, and Stephenville, or look them up on the web at mikesrental.com. From digging to dancing, Mike's Westside Rental has you covered.
Hi, this is Kerry Anderson, pastor of the Cowboy Church of Young County, located in Graham at 237 West Industrial Boulevard. We have a Sunday morning service from 10 to 11:30 and a Wednesday service at 7 p.m. With our outdoor amphitheater and our open arena, we're building an awesome youth department. Join us this Sunday at 10 a.m. or check out our daily Bible studies on Facebook at Cowboy Church of Young County. Welcome home.
Andy, Rick, and Tim's the Wake Up Call.
This week on Pathway to Victory with Dr. Robert Jeffress.
We cannot prevent temptations from coming into our life, but what we can do is create an atmosphere in our spiritual life that is inhospitable to sin. We can make sure that when Satan and his demons try to tempt us, that they realize they are unwelcome and they move on to someplace else.
Join us for an eye-opening study on spiritual warfare called The Divine Defense. All this week on Pathway to Victory.
When I walk into heaven with my white robe on, cleansed by the blood of the Lamb, I'll be seeing Jesus at the right hand of the throne. I don't deserve to go there, but I'm thankful that I am. There's a mansion waiting, built especially for me. By his saving grace, I'll soon be gone. Won't that be a happy time when I get home? When I walk into heaven with my white robe on. These old clothes I'm wearing won't go with me when I go. I got something better waiting for me there, I know. I feel like a millionaire putting new shoes on when I walk right into heaven with my white robe on. When I walk into heaven with my white robe on, cleansed by the at the right hand of the throne. I don't deserve to go there, but I'm thankful that I am. There's a mansion waiting, built especially for me. By His saving grace, I'll soon be gone. Won't that be a happy time when I get home? When I walk into heaven with my white robe on. I know lots of people there are gonna be surprised when they see me walking in right before their eyes. Oh, Jesus made it possible for me to come along. When I walk right into heaven with my white robe on. When I walk into heaven with my white robe on, cleansed by the blood of the Lamb, I'll be seeing Jesus at the right hand of the throne. I don't deserve to go there, but I'm thankful that I am. There's a mansion waiting, built especially for me. By His saving grace, I'll soon be gone. Won't it be a happy time when I get home? When I walk into heaven with my white robe on. Oh, won't it be a happy time when I get home? When I walk into heaven with my white robe on.
I just want to say for the record, as soon as I get into heaven, I want the white robe rather quickly.
Yeah. I think you'll probably get one.
I hope so. I had, one that fits me good. I don't want one of those that just make me look fatter than what I already am.
The flowing robe?
Yeah, well, yeah, I want one that makes me look buff.
I think the wardrobe department of heaven's probably got it down.
You think they're okay?
Yeah,
you think they're all set?
I think they're good to go.
Okay, good deal. Hey, what'd you have? You had things we need to know. I guess we're coming up on that segment.
We got things you need to know. I was going to also throw this out there for just a second.
Yes.
You want to do things you need to know first, or you want to do this?
Oh, no, go ahead with whatever.
Okay.
We're good.
2020 has been a year.
Yeah.
To say the least.
When you agree, Michelle?
Tell me about it.
Andrew, what do you think?
Oh, absolutely.
Well, we've set another record for 2020.
Oh, boy.
No.
Yeah. As of July 2020, it's the 6th year in a row that the United States has hit over $10 billion in weather damage.
Really?
For the 6th year in a row. Wow. Now, this is crazy. From 1980 until 2014, the USA averaged $4.5 billion in weather damage. Since 2014, we have averaged $10 billion in weather damage. Number one thing on the list that's causing the problems, wildfires.
No, that makes sense.
That's the number one thing on the
California especially. I mean, that's a tinder box ready to burn.
Yep. They don't listen. But also number two is tornadoes.
Mm-hmm.
We've had a lot of those out on the East Coast. Floods, number three, been taking place. Cold temperatures and extreme heat in the South. And I don't know if this means anything or not, for the very first time in the history of the world, Alton, Utah got a accumulation of snow this month.
Okay, snow in July.
Snow in July in Alton, Utah. First, and they said they usually get snow, but they don't ever get accumulation. So this is the first year they've ever got accumulation. So July, not only has it been, weird month for all kinds of stuff, and since the beginning of the year, we're also getting weird weather stuff going on now.
All right. You ready for things we need to know?
I think so.
Here we go. A little music. Maestro.
A few things we need to know. I've been here, and I love this place. I would move there if it wasn't in California. The freeway construction project near San Diego has uncovered fossils of camels and other prehistoric creatures. They have found out that there's been evidence of volcano eruptions back in the day, and said paleontologists are having an amazing time, but the construction has been halted until they dig all these bones up.
Come on.
So the Marines are having to kind of walk around it. This is the dumbest thing I think I've seen in I don't know how long.
Okay.
I mean, I've seen some dumb things, but this is a dumber one. Walt Disney World is telling their guests You can no longer walk and eat inside the park. So if you go grab a sandwich or if you grab an ice cream cone or something like that,
all right,
you got to eat it right there. You can't walk and eat.
My question here is, how are they going to enforce that?
Well, what's Mickey going to come out, run out and give you a ticket?
Yeah.
I mean, sorry, sir, but pull it over. We're going to give you a ticket for, but
or even worse if it's Goofy.
That's right. He don't know how to spell, or does he can write well? But yeah, you would get a ticket for walking and eating at Disney World. Pretty dumb. The Today Show's host, Savannah Guthrie, will be undergoing surgery on her eye.
Ooh.
Why is this? Because her son threw a toy at her and hit her in the eye with it.
Oh,
Ow.
no.
So, yeah, that's pretty fun.
Oh.
Here you go. I don't know. You can take this for whatever it's worth. Reports say that the coronavirus vaccine developed at Oxford University can actually train the body to make antibodies and the white blood cells to fight the virus.
Okay. Well,
So,
we'll take something, anything.
So we'll see what happens there.
I just want the mask to go away.
Yes, me too. I'm tired of that stuff. Here's another thing. This is kind of cool. We've been hearing, and you can put in quotations, about the national coin shortage.
Yes, everybody's wanting to watch their coinage.
That's right, coinages. That's a word now. A Wisconsin bank has launched a coin buyback program, which offers a $5 bonus for every $100. Okay, for all you in Burke-Burnett, that means for every $100 you bring in, you get $5 extra.
Yes,
So
we've
I
got to
just-
explain those things to them.
Let you know what's going on here. They got 7 locations.
Boy, did the Red River really make a mistake or what? Should have gone a little bit farther south.
But anyone who brings in coins, whether it's a bank customer or not, can receive up to a maximum of $500.
Really?
So that's a lot of coins.
Oh, how much would that be? $10,000?
A lot of coins.
Yeah.
Last but not least, I don't know if I would do this or not, but off the Oregon coast, 3 teenagers hooked a 700-pound tuna, and it took them 7 hours to drag it in.
Whoa. Now, that's a lot of money, believe it or not.
Oh, that's a lot of
Those
money.
tunas.
Michelle, would you and your friends, if y'all hooked a big fish like that, would you take turns trying to reel it in?
Probably.
Have you ever been deep sea fishing?
Actually, I have never been fishing before.
Even on the small boats? No, really?
I know. I feel like I'm not a true Texan.
We need to fix this.
I know. I've been told that.
She's throwing axes. Next up is fishing.
Yes. I need to go fishing.
Yes.
All right. So there you go. That's some things you need to know on Y100 and B104. Mandy from Lone Star Graphics going to be in the studio coming up next.
Ken's Equipment and Custom Hose brings the best customer service and rental equipment to Graham, Texas and the Lake Country area. We also have a wide selection of hydraulic adapters and fittings, as well as air and garden hoses, hydraulic oils, and supplies. If you haven't been to Ken's in a while, stop by and see all the new equipment we've added. We're located at 1109 Highway 380 Bypass in Graham, or give us a call at 940-580-1181.
How many of you listening today have a story to tell about hitting a deer or a hog on the road? It's a frightening experience, and this time of year you have to be especially careful. Thank God if the only thing damaged is your vehicle. If that happens, don't worry. Graham Auto Rebuilders are experts about getting you back on the road fast. Graham Auto Rebuilders, located at 1305 380 Bypass in Graham. Call 940-456-0477. Graham Auto Rebuilders, looking like it never happened.
Bear Chevrolet Buick and Cadillac is your trusted dealership in Breckenridge, Texas. Here at Bear Auto Group, we take pride in selling vehicles to generations of families and their friends. For almost 30 years, Bear has been a mainstay in the community and a trusted provider of everything automotive. Drop by 601 West Walker in Breckenridge or visit bearmotor.com. That's bearmotor.com, where your satisfaction is number one, and we put customers first.
The coronavirus has changed so much, but even with the closed businesses, layoffs, and stay-at-home guidelines, you can actually start technical training online at NCTC. Better jobs and higher pay come with certificates, credits, and degrees from NCTC. Our campus is closed for now, but you can stay home and get ahead with e-learning from Graham. See us online at 2020.nctc.edu or call 940-521-0720.
Hi, this is Michelle Graham with today's community calendar. The Graham City Pool is offering swim lessons this summer with Red Cross certified lifeguards. Go to the city pool to learn more about dates, times, and cost. If you have something for the community calendar, email me info@positiveradio.net.
All right, we have Mandy coming in just a few seconds, but Andrew said that he's got a relative listening to the radio station or watching on Facebook. Which is it?
Yes, I do. I'm not entirely sure. My mom just said that he's with her, but my nephew Jace is listening, and I said that I would give him a shout out. So, hi, buddy.
Hey, how old is Jace?
Jace just turned 7.
Ooh.
He's at that tender age where you can really mess him up as an uncle.
Yeah. Show him how money
on
works.
doing just that. We're joking, Jace. That's a
Jace,
joke.
use some cool words to tell your dad.
Got some great jokes.
Yeah.
Great jokes. All right. Mandy from Lone Star Graphics in the studio this morning. Got a big weekend coming up. Tell us the story. What's up with 4th Street?
I decided to come up with another event.
Yes,
again.
yeah.
This one's a one-day deal. It's Saturday the 25th from 9 to 1:30.
Okay.
It's called Up and Down 4th Street. People go to businesses, they get a map. Once they get it filled out, they bring it back to Lone Star Graphics and enter to win 1 to 3 baskets.
Very good. And the baskets worth a little bit of money?
All three are around $366.
Oh, great. Okay.
And so it's just something way to give back and to help the businesses just up and down 4th Street. But this time they have to travel farther than the one at Christmas time. They have to go down to J&M Feed and Seed all the way out to Vintage Market.
Okay. That's a big round. That's great.
There's a lot of stuff along that street, too.
Yeah.
It's awesome. And then we have food vendors coming out. The VFW is going to do hot dogs and hamburgers. I have snow cones coming out. I have a kids game from Virginia's house is going to do a kids game just to bring kids out and let them do something. People are excited about it. They already talked about it they thought it was last Saturday, but it's this Saturday. So get ready. We're excited. It'll be a fun event. We also have a little surprise, but you will find out when you go to the businesses.
Oh.
Ooh, a surprise is always good.
Okay. Now, you have a list of businesses somewhere. Is that on the Facebook page?
I have it on my Facebook page. People have been sharing it like crazy.
Okay.
All the ones that are doing it are on my Facebook. It's J&M Feed and Seed, Tattered Pearl, Schamburgers, Reclaimed, Joy's Flowers, Triple R Treasures, Brass's Trading, Quilt Box, Lone Star Graphics, VFW, Terrace's Sweets and Treats, the Vintage Market, and I forgot to add Cars and Stars is going to do something small just to help promote next Saturday.
Right.
So we're excited about it. It'll be awesome. We did this at Christmas time. People really enjoyed it, but they didn't have to go as far. So now this time it's like get in your car and come out, support the stores, and we're excited about it. I know everybody's ready to do something.
Yes, to say the least. Now, of course, if everybody wears their mask and does it right, and you want to make sure that you go by the rules, how do they get a hold of you, Mandy, for more information?
They can call me at 940-456-5364, or they can come by the store, 1108 4th Street. I'll be there all this week getting ready for it. I mean, I might have a big special on Saturday. Check my Facebook page.
Okay.
To find the new I have a big special coming out on Saturday.
And it's Lone Star Graphics for your Facebook page. That's it. Okay. Anything else? Are we leaving anything out?
No, we're just excited about it. People are. So, I'm ready for something to do, for people something to do. So.
All right. Thanks, Mandy. Appreciate you coming by. Let's make it a big Saturday right here on 4th Street.
Takes me home this day. No more sorrow, grief, or woe. Jesus said that I could go to my home beyond the starry sky.
On some happy morning, when the dead in Christ shall rise, I'll see my blessed Jesus, and with him I'll take a ride. He'll
take me home to glory, to a mansion built by hand. I'll be with him forever in the happy angel band.
Well, what a morning, what a day when he takes me home this day. No more sorrow, grief, or woe. Jesus said that I could go to my home beyond the starry sky. Well, on some happy morning when my race on earth is run, I'll fly away with Jesus to the land beyond the sun. He'll stand by me in judgment. He'll plead my case for me. I'll be with him forever throughout eternity.
I'll rise and fly. I'll fly. I'll rise and fly. Above the starry sky, up to my home high. And I shall never die, never die. I'll surely rise and fly. I'll fly. I'll rise and fly up high, above the starry sky, up to my home on high. And I shall never die, never die.
What a morning, what a day when he takes me home this day. No more sorrow, grief, or woe. Jesus said that I could go.
And I shall never die, never die. And I shall never die, never die. And I shall never die. And I shall never die.
PositiveRadio.net.
Now is the time to worship. Come. Now is the time to give your heart. Come. Just as you are to worship. Come. Just as you are before your God. One day every tongue will confess you are God. One day every knee will bow. Still the greatest treasure remains for those who gladly choose you now.
13 minutes before 9 o'clock on Y100 and B104.1 FM. There's another sad business casualty out there thanks to the coronavirus. Briggs & Stratton Corporation, you know, the little engines.
I'm telling you what, those guys made me a lot of money when I was a kid.
Yeah, me and you both. Not to mention the one that I stole off of my dad's tiller to put on my mini bike.
Well, that's even better.
Yeah. I learned a lot about engines and, of course, pulleys and spindles and stuff along with it. But basically, Briggs & Stratton, it was started in Milwaukee in 1908 by Stephen Foster Briggs and Harold M. Stratton. The engines are used in lawnmowers, pressure washers, electrical generators, and many other products. They're filing Chapter 11, so they're trying to reorganize. They say that they have got $677.5 million in equity, and they're trying to make sure that they get this turned around so that they can keep their employees and stay in business. They also serve 100 countries.
Wow, you know, the Briggs & Stratton engine, that's kind of the standard.
Yes.
When it comes to small engines and stuff like that. I mean, when I was a kid, I mean, my granddad, that was the deal. I mean, he always went by Briggs & Stratton. That's all the kind of lawnmowers we had. And, you know, they're easy to work on, too. It's not like complicated kind of stuff like some of the other ones are.
So your dad, your grandpa, did they have a favorite between the Briggs & Stratton, the Tecumseh? Because I do remember my grandfather couldn't stand a Lawson. Now, I've never heard of the Lawson, but he said that was a piece of junk, that he was really sold on Tecumseh or Briggs & Stratton.
It was Briggs & Stratton.
Was it Briggs? Yeah.
Yeah, both of them. I mean, that was the big deal. Because, I mean, my dad always said, you can buy one lawnmower for the rest of your life if you have a Briggs & Stratton. Because it'll last forever if you change the oil on it.
Yeah, change the oil.
And make sure you put good gas in it and keep it clean. And he said it's not hard to work on. I mean, because I remember him taking the tops off them things and changing out, you know, all kinds of stuff. So, yeah, they last forever.
All right, our buddy Andrew in the other studio, he's 27 years old. Yeah. And I'm just wondering, have you ever mowed a yard in your life?
Absolutely.
Okay.
That was my very, very, very first job.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's in the club then.
Oh, absolutely.
Because there are a lot of millennials out there, Andrew, that have never even started a lawnmower, let alone move one.
I know, and it's very sad.
Andrew, what was your first paycheck for mowing grass?
Okay. The question I can better answer if you say, how much did I get in my pocket or how much was handed to me?
How much did you get in your pocket?
$5.
Okay, that's what mine was. Mine was $5. That was my first job.
Yep.
I got $5 a week for mowing grass at Texas Electric.
Yeah.
That's pretty good, though.
Yeah, 8 years old.
That's right. Now, were you so young at 8 years old that you had to hold the top handle and then that center handle in order to push it? Were you ever in that?
I did when I was younger at the house, but when I got out there, my dad actually fixed the handle where it would fit me.
Oh, okay, so it was lowered. Yeah, I didn't get that luxury. I had to push it with both the top handle and the lower handle.
Now, when I was younger, we did, but then he fixed the handle. He cut it off. And then he took and stuck it on top, and then he put some JB Weld on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
They held together okay.
I will say I got it easy, though, because we always had very tall hills wherever we lived. Either the house is built up on a hill, so you had to push the lawnmower up a hill, or there was one in the back or whatever. So, and then in Atlanta, we lived on top of a giant hill. So I always had a lawnmower that had a powertrain on the front wheels.
Yeah, we didn't have that.
So I will say I was a little spoiled on that.
Yeah, the power trains we had were on our 2 feet.
That's right. We had to push them things up and down a hill in the middle of the snow, getting chased by wolves, man.
Barefoot.
That power train stuff.
All right. Michelle, you got to come in here and chime in. You know, she made the mistake of saying, hey, I can come in early this morning. So, Michelle, we got to know, have you ever pushed a lawnmower in your life?
Oh, no. I wish I didn't have to answer this, but no.
No.
Okay, Michelle, we're going to have to take her do some stuff.
Yeah, we got to take her fishing.
We got to take her fishing.
We're going to get you a lawnmower and show you how to do
Show you
that.
how to do that one.
Oh, no.
We just got to be careful so she didn't cut her foot on the lawnmower, because it can happen. I came very close. I have a tennis shoe that I had for a long time of where it got the edge of my shoe because I pulled back too fast and my foot was sticking up.
Yep. Well, out there at her house, I don't know, mowing grass would take a while.
Oh, yeah.
Now, do you have an area around the house that you mow down, or you just put the farm animals out?
We do have an area around our house and around our driveway that my dad mows.
Yeah. Ask him to let you try it sometime.
Don't give him the idea. Please don't.
Okay.
When you're looking for a place to feed the whole team and save some cash, then load up and head to Potter's Pizza on Highway 16 South. Never-ending pizza buffet, salad bar, and drinks. There's something for everyone, so you don't have to have that tug-of-war on where do you want to eat. If you'd rather just sit on the couch and have it brought to you, then call them at 521-9847 and it's on the way. Potter's Pizza, your go-to when you want to please everyone. Located at 1113 Highway 16 South, or call 521-9847. Potter's Pizza, the official pizza of the Y100 Sports Crew.
It's going to happen. That small drip in the sink turns into a bigger drip, no matter how hard you try to shut it off. Now's the time to fix it right with some help from Star Plumbing and Electrical. One call and you can drop that drip for faucets that work like new and save that precious water. Part of the Star family of companies, call Star Plumbing and Electrical today. 940-549-7686. 940-549-7686. Star Plumbing and Electrical. TSBPE license 38333. TECL license 34833.
This is Pastor Gary Elrod of Faith Center Church here in Graham, where we believe people who know Jesus also show Jesus in their daily life. Faith Center is a church of real people who connect with a real God and live real lives. We invite you to join us in discovering the abundant light that God intends for you to enjoy. We meet every Sunday at 9:30 for connection groups, 10:30 for enthusiastic worship service, and 6 p.m. for our evening celebration. We also meet Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. to learn how to show Jesus every day. We invite you to come home to Faith Center Church this Sunday, 1601 Highway 380 Bypass.
Okay, I guess it's time to start wrapping up for the day. Already Tuesday in the books.
That's pretty crazy how fast this went.
We also wanted to mention that they're going to have the coronavirus updates at the White House again. Mm-hmm. Yeah, President Trump is planning to restart the daily press conferences. You know, he pulled off of it because everybody was saying he was using it as a campaign platform.
Right.
But now with the spikes in Florida, Texas, what's the other one? Arizona, that's it. With all those spikes, that they want to make sure that people are staying updated. I think the wave started in New York, and it's just going to keep going across the country.
Well, I don't know if it makes any difference or not, but yesterday there was a reduction of cases in Texas of 7,300 people.
Oh, good.
Statewide.
Yeah.
So maybe it's back on the downside again. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. Do I play one on the radio? But I will let you know that these things come and go, and it's the corona roller coaster.
I'll have to check and see if our updates for Young County might kick back up again. We've done those typically on Fridays, died down during the summer, and we might have to have another one. Or at least we'll get Dr. Pat Martin in the studio with us and visit with us about it as well. Andrew, any closing words back there in Master Control?
Just one.
Yeah.
Go out and do something nice for someone today.
Oh, that's not quite what I was ready for. I didn't
really?
I didn't have my finger on the button. So do it again. Ready?
Okay. All right. Here we go. Ready? Here we go. Sorry. Now I'm a little giggly. All right. Go out and do something nice for someone today.
All right.
Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails.